Just felt like, I'm not arguing. Yes, do it, whatever you need to do. And he starts this treatment, and I remember at some point then they're wheeling me down the hallway, and as we're going down the hall, I started seeing these little kind of flashes, and people looked strange. They seemed strange. So I am still not sure if that was maybe a part of a stroke or seizure, but something was happening, and I was kind of phasing in and out, is what I'd say, phasing in and out. So they wheel me down to this room, and it is dark, just dark, no windows, very gloomy and depressive. But we get in there, and at some point the nurse had said to my fiance at the time, it's probably best you go home now. She needs to rest, you need to rest, go be with the baby and all that stuff. And I agreed and said, yeah, that's a good idea. So he ended up leaving, and at some point after that is when I started going into my near-death experience and out of my body. So I was out of my body, and in the corner I saw some of my fiance's past loved ones at the time, and these light figures or beings. And now I know them as angels. I wasn't quite sure what they were at first, but they just felt so full of peace and joy and love and warm. So I was seeing all this and like, wow. And then at some point we go, what I like to describe, it looked or reminded me of like a wormhole. So these beings, the angels, are with me here, surrounding me, just in this presence. I want to say in this place, everything is like frequency and vibration and feeling. Although I didn't feel like I would here on Earth, but I felt just vibrationally, I guess you can say, and could feel this peace and love and this guidance. And Divine Mother, Mother Mary, Divine Mother was with me, and I just felt her warm embrace, and she said, I am you, you are me. And we're all going in this wormhole, and I see off to the side this darkness. There's these dark shadows, these dark shapes, and I can't really describe them in human form because they don't really look like anything I've ever seen, but weird shapes, shadows, and I wasn't really scared. I just said, well, I'm not going there. Then we get to this other place that's all beauty, and there's these vibrant colors, beautiful shapes, and the only humanly thing I could recognize was butterflies. And it was all just so beautiful, and I just thought and said, wow, that's beautiful. So then at some point where I ended up saying, okay, I don't think I'm ready to die. I have kids. I need to be here for my children. I don't think I'm ready to go. And I said, I want to see my children grow up. I want to be there. And all of a sudden I started getting these flashes of my children when they're older. Just snapshots of birthdays, just conversations. And after that was done, I laughed. I laughed and said, okay, well, if that's all I get, you did give me what I asked for, to see my children older and be there. So you did give me that. So I just felt this overwhelming sense of also gratitude, just feeling grateful that they gave me that. Even though I was laughing and like, okay, if it's my time, I'll go. I still just felt so grateful. All of this is very hard to explain simultaneously, yet not. And even the order, there's not quite an order, except for this part. When I got to what I would describe as heaven or the unconditional love, God, source, it's just unconditional love. I was all of a sudden there in this bright, white, golden, just light, and I had no form. I was nothing. I was just the unconditional love wrapped. I was just this feeling, this unconditional love. That's all I can describe it as. It was so beautiful, amazing, astonishing. So many words I could use to describe this place, this feeling. And I just was it. I'm not sure how long I was there. And then after that, I came back to, I'd like to say, or I was in between at least. So then I was kind of back in my body, but also outside of it, as the angels were showing me how to heal my brain. I saw my brain bleeding and I could see it, and they were showing me both physically and etherically or energetically how to heal it. And they were guiding me and instructing me on how to just heal my body, heal my brain, and heal. And I was just doing it.